Thank you for watching this webinar on the new share site, which is now called the Harrison Hub. This is going to be your end user jumpstart guide. So this is not really a training, it's more of an introduction. So you won't finish this webinar knowing how to do everything or find everything on Share. More trainings will be available as the migration happens, which is scheduled for May 16th through the 18th. Why the redesign? So it was very important for you to have access to the tools, information, and resources you need to be successful in your role as faculty. So finding the right information on the Share site was difficult. In the old Share, because the site organization was difficult to understand. It wasn't intuitive or based on how Harrison is structured. So as part of the redesign project, they restructured the site so design and navigation is simple, user-friendly, and intuitive for you to find the right information. Another challenge in the Share site was you had to sort through old and outdated content to find the information you needed. So in the new site, they've updated the content by removing all outdated information. All departments and campuses had to go through the old Share content and delete information that was no longer needed. And they archived information that might need access periodically. So now that exercise and removal of information that was no longer needed happened, the site can now be more quickly and easily, you're able to find the information, the right information that you need using the improved search feature in Sharepoint 2013. Another reason why you'll find the information you need is site templates. They have been created so that each site is structured the same and information is organized the same from site to site. So they're building a foundation for metadata and defining information by the type of document it is, so information is organized better and you can find it easier. Also, we've created standards and infrastructure to help ensure we continue to maintain order and structure as we grow into using Sharepoint. At Harrison, innovation in a collaborative work environment is important to our culture. So in the new Harrison Hub, there are tools to kind of streamline how we work and ways for all of us to enhance collaboration and communication across the college. Here are just some general terms that are used. Of course, you should be familiar with site and subsite. Apps is a new word just basically describing a document library or a calendar or a list or a links of list. I will show you an example of what the apps look like when we go into the site. Here are some other terms that are used in the Harrison Hub. Templates. So department sites are the main company-facing site for a department and will provide information about the department's purpose, leadership, key contacts, as well as forms, documents, announcements, and other information relevant to employees. For example, a department site would be enrollment, and that's where all information regarding enrollment will be housed. A team site, it refers to a site for a business process or a function, and it requires its own site. A team site would not be accessible to all employees. Unlike a department site, everyone employed at Harrison would be able to visit the site. A team site would only be required for whoever in that function or area. A team site could be cross-functional between departments. So for example, a strategic planning committee or HLC 2014 self-study committee. A team site can also be site targeted to employees who work within a department with information that is not appropriate for or not relevant to anyone outside that department. And of course, course sites, which you will probably be most familiar with, and this is going to be specifically for courses offered here at the college, and I'll talk more about the new structure of course sites later on in this webinar. And then here are the last of the terms. A new term would be the ellipsis. The three dots basically have taken the place of the drop-down menu, and it just gives you more options that you can have for that content. So this is what the new Harrison site structure would be. Previously, it was based upon Harrison's org chart, and it lacked structure and best practices to effectively organize information, which in turn made it challenging to find information. There were many layers deep of subsites and sites because sites were embedded in other sites, and it contained subsites on top of subsites, which made it very difficult and challenging to navigate or find a specific document. So in the new Harrison Hub, it is based on function or how we operate as an organization. For example, student support, everything that involves a student. Employees, everything that we would need to go to as Harrison employees. Departments, they could use a department and a team site. So an example of a sub-site now in the new share is employee training. That site would be located under training and professional development. So employee training, since it falls under that broader kind of category of training and professional development. Permissions for team and project sites are limited to only those people who need to know about the information. So this will keep search results very relevant to each user and more useful. Campuses will have campus-specific information without all the department content. So department content would be under there. Campus information would be in that campus. So there won't be content in both areas. They're hoping that this entire structure, the design would be logical and easy use. Here is the new Harrison Hub homepage. So over here we have Kudos. Okay, Kudos uses a multiple lines of text with I think six number of lines for editing. There is no character limit while it is displayed on the homepage. Down here we'll have around the college. This is like the newsfeed functionality. There is no character limit while it's displayed on the home page. Over here is the spotlight. Word count limit to display on the home page is 60. You would have to hit the more button to display more, for that option to display more. And they can adjust this as desired, this template. So the new homepage has been designed to keep you better informed and up to date with the news and information around the college. So let's look at the Harrison News here at the top. So Harrison News is maintained on the main page by internal communications. You can request items be added by sending an email to Terry McGaffney. The goal is to share information and news in a timely manner to keep you informed. You can click on the numbers at the top to scroll through the different news items, or you can click through the tabs on the side as well. There will still be a Harrison newsletter, the employee newsletter. This is just for information that needs to be pushed out that is time sensitive. kudos. So what are kudos? So this is an area where staff and faculty can celebrate the great work done each day. So there's a kudos section on the home page where all staff, all faculty can recognize someone for a job well done. Or it can be when staff or faculty, they do something that embodies the Harrison mission and represents the Harrison difference. So how do you use the kudos? So you'll be able to add the kudos when you select View All. This will bring you to the view of all the kudos that have been entered up to this point. And then you'll be able to choose New Item and add the kudo for the coworker. So all staff and faculty will be able to post a kudos. So some examples of the kudos would be congratulations to John Doe for having the highest response rate on the end of course survey. Okay, so it's just highlighting a specific individual. The spotlight area. This section will feature a leader or a department or a campus profiles like the President's Journal, student testimonial. So this section will be populated by internal communications. So example would be like an Harrison experience student or an alumni story that is to be shared. You can scroll through by hitting the next button for each one of them, and then if you would like to view all of them, you could select that web part and they'll have all the spotlight articles there. Alright, so next is around the college. So this is to keep staff and faculty updated about key projects, activities from functional departments and campuses. So for example, if they say, 45 students attended the Fort Wayne Student Town Hall meeting today, and we received great feedback on how we can improve the student experience at our campus. So this is more, what's going on at all the different campuses online functions. So same here, you can view all of the options, entries. You can add entries. You'll be able to add the entries at the top by typing in the box right here, similar to Newsfeed, and then you would select post. Any of the around the college you're able to like or reply. The reply limit is 100 replies, so after 100 the replies will start getting deleted, I believe. We'll discuss following later on in this webinar. Alright, the last section on the page is the upcoming events, and this is a college-wide calendar where you can easily see the events that are taking place around the college. The information is populated from all department and community sites. If Promote to Home, there's a box that says Promote to Home is checked for a calendar item. So events are promoted to the homepage calendar, and those events should be activities that are informative to all Harrison staff and faculty. So it wouldn't be like, oh, the online group is meeting up at Starbucks for, meet and greet or things like that. It wouldn't be something that's very specific. It would be something that is for the entire college. So for example, Harrison is hosting guests from China, or the Chefs Academy in North Carolina is hosting a fundraiser for the local food bank. So those are some examples of that. You're able to view this by selecting the campus specific area as well. You cannot go back and see events that have passed. Okay, so you're only able to see events that are upcoming, and all the events, they will show around in the college in the next 15 days. So you can't view past since they're being pulled from another site. Site templates were created specifically for Harrison College. The templates are pre-configured with the look and feel that Harrison would like to have shown across all the sites. Permissions to these sites will vary based on the type of site and who needs access. All department and community sites, everyone will have permissions to view. Team and project sites are the ones that would be based upon the permissions of that site. Here's an example of a department site. Okay, this is a department site. It's open to everyone in the company, and the information that is housed here is what people are generally coming to this site to find and consume. So if information in that needs to be private, then someone will set the permissions for that library to be private. But overall, everything on the site would be accessible to everyone. So the top navigation is the high level as far as the different departments that we talked about previously. The left navigation is specifically for the site that you are on, so it shows current site content and other content that is related to this site. These are the home tiles. So the home tiles take the place of the clip art that were on pages, and so these are links to things that are in high demand on this site. So they're easily accessible because everyone who's come to the site would be clicking on these. You will not see more than 5 of these home tiles on any page, and the images will look very similar. Okay, on a department site, you do have news and announcements, and you have the news feed as far as making comments to that as well. You have shared links, and these are links that are pushed down from the top as far as links that would be on everyone's page across the hub. And then department links are links that we promote from within the department. And then of course you have a calendar specifically for this department site. Something cool about every department site is that you have the news feed, and you're able to create hashtags and shout out to someone specifically by using the @ and typing that person's name. Whenever this is done, that person receives a notification that they have been mentioned in a post. This is very similar to a Facebook, similar to a social media of Facebook. Even hashtags. So you're able to follow a hashtag. If people are using a specific hashtag, they're able to follow that hashtag, or if they want to search everything that has to do with that hashtag, you could do that as well. A community site is located under the My Harrison, and we would select campuses, and you would select whatever community you would like to see. As I had stated previously, all community sites will be accessible for everyone across the college. So on a community site, you have, as previous of a department site, you have the homepage tiles, which are the most popular ones. Same, you have the links for that site, share links, news feed, community links specifically for the online community, and events specifically for that. All faculty and all staff would be able to upload documents to this community site or modify documents. Now, the most popular one that you would probably be getting access to is the course commons, and this is where course information is located. New structure to this is now we're not going to have individual course sites for every single course. They're now going to be organized in course codes. So for example, all of the ACC courses would be under the course code site of ACC. Previously we had course sites for every individual course, and that was over 435 sites. So for us to be able to manage it and to make sure content is relative and updated frequently, it's easier for us to just put all the information in a course code that you're able to get access to. Right? So it'll be same, you'll be able to get any resources for that. This is where you would get your syllabus, anything else for that. You can set up alerts for this. I'll show that later on in this webinar. Here's a news feed. You have news and announcements. So if something's coming down, any textbooks or anything, textbook coming down for that, this is where the news and announcements would be. News feed. So this is where all the ACC instructors could collaborate and come on here and talk and share. So this is that communication piece that we want to very much engage and enlighten in the new share. And of course you have the share links and the course links. So these are links specifically for those courses. As you would see on most pages, you'll have contact details. So let's say there's information that you're not able to access that you feel like you should be able to, or you just have a question about the content. The contact details tells you who is the site owner, who is managing the site, and that way you can reach out to that person for any questions or to get permissions to certain parts of the site that you feel you should have. The search functionality in Sharepoint 2013 is greatly improved and will be a good way to find information that you are searching for using keywords, document names, or the name of a person. There are filters built in for searching everything, people, conversations, or just the site. So it will default sometimes to this site, or you can select going to everything. So it will search everything that's on the Harrison Hub, the new share. So let's say I just want to search everything. I want to get end user training. So I'm searching everything. And then here's a list of everything that came up for that. You're able to hover over the item, the results, and to see kind of like a preview of it. So you can see, oh, is this what I want? And you can kind of preview what it is. So for example, if it is a Word document, you're able to kind of hover over the actual result item and then kind of get a preview of what is in that document before downloading or opening it. You can also scroll through a PowerPoint and see if that is the PowerPoint or information that is relevant to your search, so you can kind of take a look inside. You have additional options as well. You're able to edit if you have those permissions to edit that document. You're able to follow that document. Following will let you kind of be updated of when this document is edited. So if it's something that you want to keep tabs on and make sure you have the most relative copy, you would follow that document and then you would be informed when it has been changed. You can send this document to someone and then you can go and view the library, because since it was searching the entire share, you can view the actual document library under whatever department or a team site it was located for you to go find that object again. If the document that you were searching for does not come up, you can also kind of do the refining. You can do it by username. You can modify the date if you only want something that has been uploaded a month ago. Those are the examples of kind of refining the search. There is a new ribbon in the new share, so hit that at the top is what it looked like before. And the old share, and then this is what it looks like now. Okay, so new document, it allows the user to create a new document directly from the site. It will default to a blank Word document, and then, or you can actually upload a document. So you're able to browse from your computer and upload a document. You're able to upload multiple documents. You can use Windows Explorer to actually view, to drag and drop multiple items from a document library. Here is an example of kind of seeing it in different views. So if you like to see things in tables, you can do the quick edit, especially if you're making, you want to delete things, or you can just do a standard view, and that's the default of the site. So alerts will not migrate. So any lists or libraries that you currently have alerts set up for, they will need to be recreated in the new site. So ellipsis, this can be used instead of the ribbon for most actions. So for example, the edit, you'll open the document for edit. Sharing allows you to share this document with others. This will default to give the person edit rights, so you will need to show options if you do not want to send an email to the person that you are granting the access to. Follow allows you to follow the document, so you will be notified if any changes are made to the document. View properties allows you to view the properties of the document. With lists, this is the same as viewing the display form. Edit properties brings you directly to the edit page of a document or the list item in order to update the information. View in browser will allow you to view the document in the browser instead of in the client application. Edit in browser, not always available, but it will allow you to edit the document in the browser instead of in the client application. Checkout, we talked about checking it out. You must remember to check the document back in so it can be edited by others. Version history, you're able to see all the changes that have been made on the document for a specific number of versions and drafts. You can download a copy. This will save a copy to your computer or shared location. Shared with, this shows you the permissions for the specific document, so who can all view that document. And delete, so this will delete the document and all the history associated to that document. So for views, especially if you are going into the course commons where everyone submits their information for a course, a lesson enhancement, the views may be a little bit too much. So you're able to actually edit how that page looks to you, whatever you would like to see, the information that you would like to see. So there is separate documentation and guides on how to set up your own view in every single course code site. So definitely check that information out so you can learn how to set up your own personal view. Posting to a news feed. So just like anything, as far as if you're on Facebook, you just click on the post box and you type your message. So you can include the @ symbol and type in someone's name, so it will tag that person in the post, which then it will send them a notification that they were mentioned in the post. You can include hashtags, and in order to create a keyword tag that others are able to follow. This is something to note when you're entering a news feed with a hashtag or with the @ symbol in the post. You might get some little fluttery as far as where that name or hashtag goes. You would just need to refresh your page, and once it is refreshed, it will submit correctly. As stated previously, you can like, reply, or follow a post. Following, if notifications, they will show up in your news feed. We'll talk about that when we talk about your sites, but all your notifications, it's kind of like what have you been doing on the Share site, will show up on your newsfeed on your Share profile. So creating a profile. So this is your site. So everyone that's employed with Harrison will have a site for them to update and create. So you'll put, it'll have your basic information, your contact information, any details that you add. You're able to edit your newsfeed settings as well. So newsfeed, you would click on the About Me under the picture icon or the Edit Your Profile, and then that's where you're able to upload. IT is working on getting the updated information, but it's going to take a while for all this information to be corrected. So the About Me, include information that you want to share with others about you. Right now, they are not promoting uploading a photo at this moment. The governance committee will let us know about that. Ask Me About include items about which you are knowledgeable that others can contact you with questions. And then setting up your email notifications are located in your newsfeed as well. Here's an example of your newsfeed settings. So you can set up the email notification that you receive, notifications about the people you follow, and all the activities that you want to be shared on your newsfeed site. So here's the newsfeed site, all the information that will be showing up there. Please verify your email is correct. If you want to enter your mobile number, you can to receive text alerts, but that's totally up to you. And then you're able to enter information that can be accessible to only you or everyone. You can enter your project skills, your schools that you attended, birthday, anything interests, it could be displayed to you, like I said, or it could be displayed to everyone. The SharePoint help site will have lots of information and documentation on how to navigate the site. It will include any wikis, documents, people that you can contact for training. All staff and faculty should contact their site owner if they have any questions about using their short SharePoint site.